He's so freaking cute. I'm dead. I'm shocked. Hello guys. Today is a very special day. Yep, we're really excited. We're going to get a dog. There's a bit of sad news too. Some of you guys know because you follow me on Instagram, but earlier this month, Louis passed away. It was really sad. We knew he was getting older, but the way it happened was really sudden and we had to put him down. It's been really hard. Yeah. I always said that after Louis, I would never get another dog. I actually have allergies. So I was taking allergy medication every day and I was just like, there can be no other dog. I don't want the responsibility of another dog. I love just Louis. Louis is gonna be my only dog forever. And then, I don't know. I think I just really quickly realized that like the things I thought of as kind of like freedom, like sleeping in or coming home without going out again, just felt awful. Yeah. And not only because I missed Louis, but because we're used to having another little soul in the house. And it's like, you know, I think I realized like we're dog people. So
I already knew I was dog people.
You already knew you were dog people, but it's that in and of itself was a gift from Louis. Yeah. So we realized really there's something missing and we miss Louis, but we know it's not just Louis that's missing. It's like, it's having a dog around. So some of you guys know I fostered Louis and then I was a foster fail because I ended up keeping him. But that was 12 years ago, so I'm a little like rusty. Right now we're listening to a book on tape about dog training, all positive reinforcement, don't worry. But yeah, we talked a little bit about getting another dog and then I did like the thing you're not supposed to do and opened up Pet Finder. And we saw this little guy whose name is Wade and he just looks so sweet and he has some issues, I think, feeling nervous and stuff, but so did Louis, so I'm pretty familiar with how to deal with that and we just think he'll be so sweet. So he's actually down in, at a rescue in Cuba, New York. We're about to cross the border into New York State and then we'll still have like another 2 hours-ish?
Yeah, about that.
2 hours and 24 minutes to get down there. Anyway, I'm really excited, so I'm like rambling. But he is like a half Chihuahua, half we don't know what mix. We might do the same little like genetic test that we did with Louis to find out. But we're really excited. And as long as he doesn't like hate us, I think we'll be definitely ready to bring him home. So we wanted to make sure that we had this memory. It's been really wonderful to have vlogs that feature Louis. Thank you so much for all of the sweet messages and prayers that you guys left on Instagram and Facebook. Like, we read all of them and they were so helpful. Somebody left a poem about an old dog like leaving his home and his owners to a new pup, and it was like, all of that stuff was like very healing for us. So really thank you. So anyway, we wanted to share this with you guys because it's really exciting. And yeah, we're gonna go and meet our new pup.
Yeah.
After a ride through America on 4th of July weekend.
Also Canada Day weekend.
Also Canada Day weekend. It's gonna be a lot of traffic, but we're really excited. New York State is quite pretty. We like it. It took a long time to get past that border, guys. We were like, should we stop to pee first? But, you know, it's like, no, we have our Nexus cards, but there wasn't an Nexus lane open, so we were sitting there for like half an hour like, ooh, ooh, ooh. Anyway, enough details about our bladders. We're driving through upstate New York. I missed capturing it for you guys, but because 4th of July is this Wednesday, and I know the weekend is being celebrated at different times in different places, there are like banners and pennants and everything up. It's really cute. So yeah, basically we've got a lot of this exact drive coming up. A lot of this. You know, we've lived next to upstate New York and we had no idea it was all like this here. It's very pretty.
I don't know if this is even upstate New York at this point, or just in western New York, I don't know.
Yeah. We've gone pretty far.
Yeah, we have.
We're actually close to Pennsylvania. Is that the name of the state?
Well, I think it's Pennsylvania borders with New York up here.
Yeah.
Does it south?
Yeah, we've gotten out here. We're about 25 minutes away. We're so excited. We're decent people, so we called to let them know we're a half hour away because they're really out in the country. And yeah, we're super excited.
So excited.
Any other thoughts you want to remember?
No, just excited.
Okay. Guys, we got the final okay, and we got our pup. He is so cute. Like I said before, he's 2 years old. His name is Wade. He's very frightened right now. So there were people there that he was very good with that he would let pick him up, but like, I don't think he'd let me pick him up right now. Or Dad.
No,
I think
especially not me.
He's gonna take a little longer to warm up to Dan, which is normal sometimes. They're afraid of men because they're bigger and deeper voices and all that.
Took you a long time to warm up to me.
Oh, babe. I love you. But, yeah, I tied my hair back so my wild mane wouldn't be like out scaring him. Dan took his hat off when we first met him because we were like, let's just be as non-threatening as possible. I probably gave the woman interviewing us ASMR because I was like, sounds good. Like just trying to like will Wade to come over to me. Anyway, I'll give you guys a little sneak peek. He's just back there in this little seatbelt harness box floating thing we got him so that he's safe because it's a lot of highway driving today. But basically we're really excited. He's exhausted. He went through a lot today. Before we got there, they gave him a bath. This rescue is lovely. Yeah. If you guys are curious, they're called Joyful Rescues. They're in Cuba, New York. They're not drop-in. You can't go unless they've approved you for a dog. There's a very extensive application. I'd say like just be thoughtful about what you put in it because I think they just get tons and tons and tons of them. But we got approved really quickly and they were very sweet. We actually ended up staying and having like a little salad lunch with them, which was so nice. They're just lovely people. And they bring up dogs like Wade up from a southern shelter that's a high kill shelter where they said they kill 100 dogs a day there, which makes me so sad. But they said that since they've started working with them, there's been an 80% reduction in euthanasia at that shelter because this place brings them up to upstate New York where people are looking for sweet pups. Yeah. So a lot of the dogs in the southern shelters, they said, they don't really get the reasons behind people's surrenders. The shelters don't ask when people surrender their dogs because a lot of the time it is financial and people feel kind of embarrassed talking about it. So we don't really know all that much about Wade other than he definitely growled if he's pet by strangers who he doesn't like choose. Eventually I got to pet him and I touched his ears. He was fine with that because he kind of came over to me eventually. You pet him too for a little bit and he was okay. Yeah, but
he likes you better right now.
I think it'll just take him some time. I think what we really need to do is get him home, take him outside, let him pee, bring him up to the apartment, and then just let him have the run of the place and wander and snoop for a little while so that he can kind of get curious and come to us. And that's okay because when I got Louis, when I was fostering him, Louis took about 3 days to kind of come around to me. I had to ignore him for like 3 days. But it's really important because if the choice to come and see you is theirs, then it's not a fear-based interaction and you're not creating that kind of negative reinforcement of this person's coming toward me and it's frightening, you know, or this person's near me and it's not something I wanted. So obviously there are times when we're gonna have to reach out and grab him. Yeah. Like when we need to leash him or bring him out, but I think he's probably just really excited to chill. I'm so excited to bring him home. I'll show you guys more of him when we get home, but I think we got there and he was just like really frightened of us, but I think it was like just love at first sight, right babe? Yeah. How did you feel when you met him?
It was funny because we've seen so many pictures of him. Yeah. And all we've really seen of him, so I felt like I was meeting a celebrity. Yeah, like, there he is, in person. The Wade. Yeah, the Wade. That's his Twitter, @TheRealWade. Didn't have Twitter, don't go looking for it. You can't type.
But yeah, we both, and then when they asked us, you know, I mean, we spent like more than an hour with them, probably close to 2 hours.
Yeah, I think so.
Just being really patient, so our interaction with him would be positive. And when they were just like, so you want to take him home? I was so relieved. Because they kept saying like, what do you think, Wade? You know, and I was just like, I'm just so happy. So yeah, I'm just psyched to get him home. We still have a ways to go on the road. This is a long day of driving, but it was worth it.
Yeah, we're back in Canada.
We're back in Canada.
He's officially Canadian now.
He is officially Canadian. We got him a little beaver toy to play with. And yeah, you know, I'm really excited about it, and I already love this dog because I didn't stop at Target or anything. I knew the important thing is for him to get home so he can start to be comfortable. So you guys will see a little bit more of Wade in a bit. Hey guys, so we didn't film anything yesterday because yesterday, once we got home, was pretty frustrating, but then really wonderful. So in case you don't know from the like quick shot in the car, this is what Wade looks like, and he's such a good boy. You can see he's quite little. What's a camera? Oh, are you shy? You're a good boy. He looks like kind of a fox or maybe a chipmunk. One of the two. He has cute little cowlicks in his fur that are like, I don't know if you guys can see him. He's a little bit camera shy, but he is really just like a sweet little fox. And he loves when we rub his belly. But that was not the case. When we first got him home yesterday, he'd been in the car sleeping for like 4 hours from the drive, and he was really tired and over it. And when we were trying to get him out of the car, like he was already harnessed up, but we had to get a leash on him, and he wouldn't leave the car. And when Dan actually tried to get a leash on him and like harness him up and like get him to jump down or lift him or anything, or to even touch him, he snarled, and he was snarling at both of us, and he actually gave Dan a little bite. So at some point we were just so frustrated. And guys, I'm gonna be real with you. There were a moment I think where both of us were like, was this a huge mistake? But we powered through. Eventually Dan went like, and scared him into jumping out of the car. And once he was on the ground and like on his leash, he was fine. And he's such a fast learner. Like, I think he'd never really been on a leash before. We tried having him on a leash up at the, or down at the rescue, but he wasn't really having that because I think he was just spooked. But I think once he got out of the car and he was in a new and weird environment where we were really the only people he knew, then his tune changed really quickly. I was expecting it to take weeks for him to bond with Dan in particular because he was very standoffish at first. But we brought him around outside. We brought him up, and once he got to just be inside the apartment and he saw that we were gonna like leave him alone and just let him be, he actually went right up to Dan and just like nuzzled his leg and asked to be cuddled. So Dan was just like down on the floor with him cuddling, and he's been a real cuddle bug ever since. He rolls over on his belly, he lets us pet him, he wants lots of attention. He's really wonderful. He hasn't had an accident in the house. He slept in his crate last night. He didn't pee in it. I was just like, this, apart from like getting him out of the car, everything about this has been wonderful and way better than I expected. Waking up to him this morning here was a joy. And initially I was apprehensive about new people being around him, but Hillary is dying to see him. So I'm curious to see how that goes. He's been basically asking for cuddles from Dan and I nonstop. Like he'll just come up and climb up our chest and want to be held like a baby, which works for him because he's about 12 pounds. So I think you're gonna meet your Auntie Hillary and we'll see if we can get you to behave. But I've told Hillary, if you guys know nervous dogs, the first time you meet them, even if they're really cute, I know it's so tempting to be like, woo, woo, but that really scares them. So you go, woo, and his ears are perked right up. They were laying kind of flat before because the noise is kind of sharp. So what you've got to do, even though it's hard, is just kind of ignore them. Don't make eye contact. Don't try to get them to engage with you. Just kind of be in front of them, because if they can come to you, that makes all of the difference. And that's what we found yesterday. So I know you guys want to see him again, but it's just been really delightful. Really delightful. You're gonna meet your Auntie Hillary and hopefully be nice. We'll see. He's not too sure about the camera, and I don't know if he'll be too sure about Hillary. He's giving you guys some major side eye right now. All right, I'll check in with you guys in a little bit. Are we gonna go meet your Auntie Hillary? Dan's doing his duty as the official leash holder since Wade. But although he's doing such a good job, Bonnie G, hello my sweet love. We're gonna go meet your Auntie Hillary. Are you gonna snarl at her? Let's hope not. What do you think?
He's so freaking cute. I'm dead.
Oh.
I'm shocked.
You like her? You can say hello to her if you like.
More comfortable right now with you around than he was the first time he met us at the thing yesterday, so.
Yeah.
Look at him.
Doesn't he look like he could maybe be part pug or something?
He looks like he's like Corgi.
That's what I thought
Chi-Chi.
too.
So cute.
Oh my god.
Hi, buddy. Don't worry, you get to stay with us. Every time he's been introduced to someone, it's like someone is trying to take him away from this little rescue that he likes.
Oh my god.
Hey, buddy.
You're a good boy, Wade.
Very good boy.
Okay, Hillary gave Wade a million treats.
Look at him.
And he slowly learned that she's not so scary, even though he snarled at her earlier.
Look, he's got his little hand on my hand.
Oh, and now he's being just a little angel, aren't you, Wade?
He is so freaking cute. Is that your first vlog?
Adorable.
Were you guys vlogging when you got it?
Yeah,
Aw.
we want to remember this forever.
Yeah. Aww. Aww, everyone's gonna love you.
Come a long way from biting you yesterday.
Yeah, sure has. Snarling and growling at us. It would take about a half hour to get him out of the car.
Yeah.
Probably about that. He was like a little demon at the time.
Yeah. He wasn't very into Hillary, though.
No.
He let her sit next to him, but as soon as he tried to bite at her earlier.
He's still better with Hillary than he was with us at first, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Which gives me hope we can still get him to be nicer to people.
Progress, not perfection, right, Wade? He's so good. He started peeing in front of us.
Yes, and the last few times took him out.
Mm-hmm. Well, not in front of us, in front of Dan. The rescue group said that Dan has to take the lead. I may have said that before, but Dan's taking the lead on all the walks and all the feedings so that he and Wade can bond. But...
Because supposedly, he was going to bond with males too quickly, but he loved me pretty much as soon as he got inside, so...
Mm-hmm. Aww.
Everybody? I do think he has a slight preference for you, but he does love us both.
I think he just adores you. Oh, Wade. What a sweet boy. So how do you feel about this adoption? Do you feel like it's been a success?
Oh yeah, very much so.
Anything that you want to remember when we're looking back on this later?
Just how quickly he's taken to everything. He's so smart.
Yeah.
Let him go into his crate, no problem. Hanging out in there.
Yeah.
He loves his bed. Gotta learn how to make his bed just like Louie.
Yeah.
There you go, buddy.
Aww.
He's just such a sweet dog.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing to me that, although, like I said, when we were trying to get him out of the car yesterday, I could see why, you know, when they had the adoption drives at PetSmart, people would see him in his, you know, little crate snarling at people and no one wanted to adopt him. I understand that, but now we get him home and in his new environment, see what a sweet boy he is. How lucky we are that no one wanted to adopt this guy. He's so good.
Mm-hmm.
Such a good, smart pup, aren't you, buddy?
Mm-hmm.
And tired pup, too.
He brought a lot of joy into our home, like, already. Can't believe it's been just 24 hours. It feels like he's been here a while.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, we love him.
Yep.
The other thing we wanted to tell you guys about before we left was that if you love animals and you're flush with cash, or if you want to even donate a little bit.
There's something in here, it looks like the dog named Gizzy that they adopted, and they adopted him out, but he had gangrene, so actually had to lose a leg, but they were able to adopt him out. But they actually started the Gizzy's Kiss It Better Fund, and it's used to raise money to buy medicine and, you know, medical care for animals they bring in. That need it. So it says here to be used for medical expenses for animals that we take in with extensive special or critical veterinary needs. So they use that money specifically for getting the animals they rescue the medical attention that some of them need. So it's a pretty good, good little cause.
A good thing to do. And they also rescue from shelters in the south that tend to have a high kill rate. Wade was actually in one of those shelters, and he definitely was going to be put down because he was snarling at people, so he wasn't really adoptable in that environment. So I'm just really grateful for all the work they do. They allow people to sponsor transport trucks as well. So if you want to sponsor a truck that basically goes down to one of those shelters, fills up a van with as many as they can fit comfortably, with dogs to bring up to their rescue in New York, where they have plenty of time to seek the home that they need that's gonna love them forever, where they can be rescued from being put down. That costs them about $500 per trip, and every dog will have, or at least come with, the last name of the person. Excuse me, it can be your name, it can be someone you love, it can be a pet.
Yeah, the transport he came up on was named after someone's dog, Piper. So they named the transport after Piper. Now Wade's last name in the adoption is Wade Piper. So,
and we're gonna keep that.
The hot rod, ready, Wade Piper.
Yeah, we're gonna keep it Wade Piper for him. Wade Piper.
So worth mentioning also, we have no affiliation with Joyful Rescue or any other rescue at all.
That's true.
Just make sure that everyone knows we're not trying to drum up money for ourselves or anything.
Not
we're
sponsored.
Just really impressed by the whole outfit.
Yeah, we just love what they did, and we're so grateful for this little guy.
Yeah, very much so.
Anyway, you can also follow them on Instagram. I love it because you can see all the different animals and like what they're up to and who's getting adopted, and there's lots of happy stories. So I'll leave all the links below. I'm really glad we filmed this. We just really wanted to make sure that we caught every second of this, because this has been maybe like the most joyful 24 hours we've had in a while.
Yeah.
And he's already brought so much happiness to our home, and we just love him, and we don't want to forget any of this, do we, Wade? Aww.
No way.
We love him. Leave a comment below if you have a pet that you love. I asked you guys once before if you guys had a comment about your pet's like little quirks. And I loved reading them.
Oh, little cowlicks he's got on him.
I know, he's got these funny
one on
little
his shoulder,
cowlicks.
one on his chest, one on his right hip, I believe.
Yeah. Are you a star? We love you, Wade. He's like, you're not gonna microchip me, are you? He's already chipped, but he didn't like that. Anyway. Yeah. Leave us a comment. Let us know some tips if you have any on dog training, because Wade is pretty much being trained as though he's a puppy right now, although we already figured out how to get him to go to his crate. When we say crate, he does it. He figured it out in like 15 minutes. No less, like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So it's been pretty amazing. And I just also, and I think we want to thank everyone who left such nice comments for us. We still miss Louie.
Oh yeah.
We'll always miss Louie.
Yeah.
But I think we were so touched by all the wonderful things everyone had to say, and we just really appreciate it. But I'm definitely seeing God's grace and God's love for us in this little pup, because he is exactly what we need right now. Amen. Okay. I'll talk to you guys soon. Love you. Bye though. Oh, and the Vegas vlogs, those are gonna keep coming. Those just got interrupted because I wasn't feeling very festive. But I'm starting to feel a little better now. Aren't I, Wade? Whoa. Oh, that's a relaxed boy. All right. Love you for real. Bye though. Welcome to day one in Las Vegas. We are so excited. We're leaving our hotel, Planet Hollywood,